Hello, welcome to another episode of Swapping Joysticks. Get ready, hold your joysticks if you've got one. Get ready to swap it, because we are here.
Or hold someone else's.
Yeah, hold someone else's.
With consent.
Ask them first.
Yes, please.
But yes, welcome. I am Ben Ostwick, otherwise known as Biggest Bennis, if you're nasty. And joining me, someone who is very nasty.
Very. I was about to say that. Well, I'm very nasty. So
nasty with a capital ass. You put the ass in nasty.
I don't know about that.
How are you doing, Ed?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Had a cup of tea there.
Yeah, I got a cup of tea. Yeah.
I got like phlegm at the back of my throat.
Oh, that's nice.
You know when you can't swallow it, it's
Swallow
there.
what?
Your phlegm. It's like at the back of your throat. You feel like it's just dripping down, and you keep swallowing, and there are moments where you can't even swallow because
You don't like it when it hits the back of your throat.
Ed, we're about a minute in.
You make it too easy, man.
Not as easy as some. But how's your week been?
Yeah, right.
What have you been up to?
It's been a very quiet week. I think I said this last week. July is a very quiet month, but August is going to be very busy. So I am enjoying having a little bit of peace and quiet for a bit.
All right, Grandad.
Which is nice. I did a gig yesterday, though.
You did? What fine establishment were you playing?
In a choir called the Adam Street Singers.
Yeah, I did mention it on stream, and they were like, "Oh, is it the gay men's choir, the London gay?" And I was like, "No,
no." And actually, not all of the men are gay, which is surprising.
Not all men. Are they all men?
Are. No, it's not an all men's choir. It's a mixed choir.
And they're not all gay.
No,
so it's just a choir.
it's just a choir. Yeah, shock horror.
Next, you're gonna tell me your choir is not full of people called Adam
It's not. No,
who live on a street.
no.
Oh.
It was put together by some friends of mine from university years ago when we all first moved to London and left university. And we started rehearsing on Adam Street, which is...
Oh, you showed me it once. It's a small street.
It is a very small street off the Strand, and there is a members club there. And so we used one of their rooms as our rehearsal room. So we became the Adam Street Singers.
Did you meet any
The
celebrities?
acronym of which is ASS.
Of course.
Which is fitting. So we all just call it ASS. And we don't rehearse there anymore, but the name stuck. And I haven't been in choir for a few years. I dropped out for a bit, and then I rejoined.
You're now an ass man again.
I am an ass man again. So we performed in Waterloo Station yesterday.
Ooh.
And sang to the commuters. And I'm afraid we were raising money for a rival children's charity.
Dead to me.
Who I won't name,
No.
partly because I can't remember the name.
No.
But now I do have a T-shirt that I won't wear in your vicinity.
Yes. Which, considering we live together, may as well just bin it.
No, it will be a lovely sleep T-shirt.
Not when you're sleeping next to me. But yeah, no, congratulations on your singing. Did you sing Sweet Caroline?
God, no, but it was played when we went for a drink afterwards.
Oh, okay.
That fucking song.
What songs do you sing?
I hate that song. We sang Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield and You Gotta Be by Desiree and a little Muse medley and some other
No
classics.
Final Fantasies, no...
it was not gaming related, no, unfortunately.
If only you'd done like One Winged Angel. Or the... All doing that
in
Can you imagine? In Waterloo Station. Oh, I'd love that. You need to get that on the sheet of things to doing. In between Natasha Bedingfield and Taylor Swift, we want some...
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Shame. Oh, that's good.
But yeah, so that was fun. But apart from that, it's been pretty quiet. You, however, have had a very busy day today.
Well, you say busy. I worked in the morning, and then we went... Well, because our team won Team of the Year at the end of year awards.
Why?
Because we're great.
Why?
Well, my team also looks after like the London Marathon and things like that. So
it wasn't you.
We are all a team, Ed. I know you can't quite grasp the fact of working with people as part of a team.
Absolutely not.
And collaborating. Then
what?
Collaborating.
I don't know what that is.
No. See, can't even say it.
Don't know.
But yeah, no. So we won that, and then we were given a budget to go and have a kind of a team afternoon, and the team afternoon activity was paint and sip, which
and sip.
yeah, which I'd never heard of in my life. And then somebody in your channel, is it Fergie or somebody, like 2 days before was like, or Andromedus maybe, I was like,
Oh yeah, I think it might have been Fergie.
he was like, oh yeah, just going to paint and sip, and I'm like, oh well, this is a thing apparently. So that was quite interesting, and yeah, we went there.
So you paint and then you sip the water.
No, they did put the cup with the water in there next to you, and you're like, you have to stop yourself from like your brain drinking it because
Yeah, I
it's for
wouldn't do
dabbing
that.
yeah. So anyway, no, you go and you get given a canvas. We had like benches outside because they were like, it's really hot, go sit outside. So we did, even though it was really hot outside as well. And yeah, you've got like an hour and a half to paint what you want. And I think the sip is if you want a drink, but I didn't get a drink.
You didn't get a drink?
No, people were not drinking alcohol, and I was like, I'm not buying a fruit juice or anything.
What?
It was like 12 o'clock.
And?
Well, okay.
That's absolutely cocktail hour.
Well, sure, but I didn't want to, impair my, my skills, my art skills.
I don't think that would have mattered with a
Oh,
bit of
dare you.
alcohol.
We did suggest, like, wonder if like this paint and sip place opened until like 4 a.m. and you could go after getting wasted and like turn up at 1 a.m. and just paint whatever you want.
See, I would do that, get absolutely wasted, and then do a Pollock. And
I beg
just
your pardon?
Pollock.
Isn't that fish?
Jackson Pollock.
Is he?
Oh God. He's the guy who like throws paint on a canvas and it's all like
Yeah, you'd be banned.
splats of paint.
But
I'd do that whilst wasted.
yeah, we went there. It was really weird because you can't obviously like going to, well, you've got a place for your brushes and your paints, and you go there and you collect your stuff. And there was a person very close to that everyone had to squeeze past, and he had like a white coat on the back of his shirt, on the back of his chair, and I was like, that coat is gonna look like a painter's radio, or like when
A painter's radio.
yeah.
What a reference.
when he leaves, because everyone's like dropping bits of like paint and dirty water and spilling it all over his jacket. So yeah, we went there and we had an hour and a half.
Sorry, a painter's radio.
Yeah.
Are we in the 90s again?
What? It's like, is that not a thing?
Well, I'm sure they just play music on their phone these days.
I don't know. I haven't bought.
They don't
paid
walk
for a
around with a
painter.
boombox anymore.
I don't know. I don't pay for painters.
You don't do it yourself either.
Neither do you. Look at the state of this.
You don't know.
But no, yeah. So I went and did it, and people were like, "Oh, what are you gonna draw?" And so I was like, "I'm gonna draw a flower," and the other people, "I'm gonna draw a."
Was there a
beach."
theme?
No, just draw what you want.
Okay.
And they were like, "What are you gonna draw, Ben?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna draw the Mona Lisa."
Of course you fucking are.
And they were like, "Ooh, really?" And I'm like, "Well," I was like, "It's gonna be an interpretation of it."
I mean, interpretation is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Oh, you're going to get it out for us?
I will, but unfortunately,
Oh,
those
no.
people who are listening to the podcast,
I'll describe it.
will you?
Yeah, I'll
Nicely?
describe it. Yeah, of course. It'll be
Okay.
very nice.
So, you ready for this?
Do you want to do it? Do you want me to do a 3, 2, 1?
Sure, I'm going to do it so it doesn't get shown on that camera. I think it's still a little bit wet. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Ta-da!
Holy fuck.
Oh, it's beautiful. I call this the Rona Lisa 2. The non-digital version. Could you describe it to the listeners?
Okay, so for people listening, I can only describe this painting as a monstrosity.
What? How dare.
It's as if Picasso's child painted it, but
Not in a good way?
but it's all wrong and not in a right way.
Wow.
It looks like she sort of walked into a wall. So it is.
Anyway, thank
it's
you
the
very much
colours
for your
of
review.
It's the colours of the Mona Lisa.
Yes. And that people enjoyed it.
It is recognisable as the Mona Lisa.
When I turned it around to everybody to see, everyone was like, "Oh wow!" Like, "Oh, it's good. It was
they
good."
were being polite then.
And then my boss was just like, I was like, "Kate, I can see you." She's like, I could stop laughing, and she said that I should auction it during the next charity event. So I think I might have to.
What, do you want a reduction in your your donations?
Well, I might have to if it probably costs more to send it than it does the raise. We'll see. I'll put a starting bid at like £1,000.
Sure. Good luck with that.
No, we will have an auction for it.
Okay, I was mean, but I do have one question, which is why are her hands bigger than her face?
So her head was originally her face was a bit bigger, and then I put hair on it, and the hair covered a lot of her face. So her head is actually
That's what happens with hair.
Her head is actually very big. It's just her hair is kind of like long curtains. And
But
her
then, like-
hands are, yeah, it's like this. It's that view.
Yeah.
That's why it's big, because it's slightly, you're actually looking at her from her hands, so that's why the hands seem bigger.
Oh, I see. It's perspective.
It's the perspective drawing.
Sure.
It takes a lot of skill. Also, have you noticed that it looks like her clothes are falling off her?
Yeah, it's almost like
Kinky.
the thing. Okay, it's almost as if she's actually at the side, and it's a side view, but then her hands are at the front. Like she's just very skew-if.
It doesn't look like
It's like
holding.
she's looking over her shoulder in a very sexy manner.
I feel like it looks like she's just holding a battered fish or a taco. But
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah,
Yeah, that kind of looks like a taco.
yeah, she's holding a empanada anyway. Well, that was paint and sip. It was very much worth the money, and I had a pint afterwards. I treated myself.
Oh, you did have a sip.
Oh, I went to the pub after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fine.
That was great. Apparently, everybody took their paintings home, and apparently one of my colleagues is now going home with 3 paintings because I see some other people were not too fussed about taking theirs home.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What did everyone else paint?
There was a beach, there was a flower, there was an orange, there was like the inside of an orange, like the segments.
Okay, yeah.
People walking.
That sounds very intricate.
Yeah, it was artsy.
Yeah.
And like some lakes, quite a lot of water.
Hmm.
And my friend one of my colleagues drew a beach with like the wash of the waves, and it looked very suspicious.
Oh.
Yeah, so she covered over it.
As in,
well,
it looked like spunk?
No, I was like, oh, are they seagulls? She's like, no, it's the foam from the sea. I'm like, okay. And then 2 minutes later, she'd painted over it all. I was like, oh, sorry. Not that I could really talk, but
Well, quite.
Yes, it was quite something. And yeah, and there's now a TikTok. If you go to tiktok.com/biggestbennis,
plug,
you can see some of the art that my colleagues have painted in the drawing before revealing my beautiful Rona Lisa II.
Okay. And for people who maybe have joined the podcast or your stream more recently, do you want to maybe explain what the first Rona Lisa was?
First Rona Lisa it was another charity. It was a charity thing where if I'd raised a certain amount, I had to draw it in such art, and I did, and I feel like it might be looked a little bit better.
Which is a game, right?
Such art it is. It's a video game. That's what we talk about on this podcast.
Okay. Well, I'm just making it clear.
And I went and had like 1 hour to paint the Rona Lisa or the Mona Lisa, and she has in this one. She has quite a strong chin. She had a bit of a stronger chin before I changed it.
I mean, she looks like a thumb, but yeah.
How dare you? A Thumbalisa. Thumbalisa. Also, Lisa. To me, Lisa's like a
Simpson.
modern name, but like Lisa Riley. That like to me.
Lisa Stansfield.
Yeah, Lisa.
Scott Lee.
Lisa Simone. Was that
That's Nina Simone.
It's her sister, Lisa. To me, that's like quite a modern name. I don't know why. Lisa's like a Sharon to me. So I always find it weird that this like, historic Leonardo da Vinci painting, this person's called Lisa. It's not the Mona Sharon.
The Mona Sharon.
Sorry if anybody's listening called Sharon.
Lisa.
It's a modern name. Or Lisa. What's Lisa short for?
Annalisa? Annalise?
Oh, you might be right.
Maybe.
The Mona Anna. Mona Lisa.
Also, what does Mona actually mean?
Moaning.
Well, no, it doesn't mean moaning. She's not
Isn't
moaning.
it the woman? Isn't it like a lady?
No, that'd be Donna.
Well, it's not Italian. Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yes.
I was like, but she's in Paris.
Because they bought it.
Isn't she sitting in Paris? Where is she?
Where is she?
It's very green and grim. It's probably like Britain. Blackpool.
Hang on.
Wigan. She's
Wikipedia
in
is
a
gonna...
field in Wigan. That's where it was taken. To be honest, it looks... No, it's far too green. Yeah. The sky is kind of a bit of a grey. Ed, we're now an art podcast.
We are now.
We have gone
The
up in the
painting has
world.
been traditionally considered to depict the Italian noblewoman Elisa del Giocondo.
Elisa. Of course, Elisa.
No, Lisa.
Elisa.
No, just Lisa.
You said Elisa.
Del Giocondo.
Oh.
So of the Giocondo family.
Del. Related to Del Boy?
No.
Not the same Del.
Title and subject. Here we go.
Oh, here we are.
Her likeness is uncertain, apparently. Monna, in Italian, is a polite form of addressing originating as Madonna.
Yeah, that's
So
what
similar
I said.
to ma'am or madam.
That's what I said. Did I not say?
All right. Well, I know that donna is lady as opposed to monna, but then now it's become Mona.
Mona. It's the Mona Lisa. It's not the Mona Lisa. Mona is what the British pronunciation is.
Oh, it's because Mona is a vulgarity in Italian.
Oh, is
now
it?
I need to click on. It's taking me to Wiktionary.
Go on then. What does it mean?
I don't know. Oh, it means monkey.
Oh, like mono in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yes. Monkey Lisa. And what else? Oh, I
From
think
Spanish mono of Arabic origin.
Yeah, and I think it means something rude, isn't it?
I'm sure it does. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it really does.
Go on. Can you tell us without?
It's a C-bomb.
Oh. Okay. Well, that definitely don't use that.
So it's actually the cunty Mona Lisa.
The Cunty Lisa.
The cunty Lisa.
And we
That's
don't
what
know.
you painted.
And what is Lisa short for? Did we find out?
Oh, I didn't look that.
I will do that.
Okay.
But I'm getting some interesting comments from my. Oh, I just typed in Cunty Lisa. Wait, Lisa.
And you've written the thumb in the Lisa.
Lisa short for. So Lisa is short for. Oh my God! Of course.
What?
Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh.
Like Eliza.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, so it should be the Cunty Elizabeth.
Eliza.
No. The Monkey Liz.
That was great. The monkey Liz.
Yeah. That's what we'll call it. Better than the other phrase we were going to say. Anyway, welcome to art with swapping joysticks. Swapping art brushes.
Paintbrushes.
Swapping paintbrush.
I've realised this is actually really fitting that we're talking about art.
Why?
Because I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 as a Pictomancer.
Let's move on to a different game. I literally, every time I write up the show notes, it's like, oh, Final Fantasy 14 we had a chat about.
That's all I played back.
Well, let's talk about it when we're a bit further than where we are. You got into Dawn Trail, so have I. Let's talk about it later. What else have you been playing, Ed? I don't think people care about listening to Final Fantasy 14 on the 18th podcast in a row.
All right, well, I'll make up a game that I've played then, shall I?
Go on, tell us a game that you've been playing.
Actually, I could talk about Dark Souls on stream, which I keep rage
Go on then.
quitting.
Now you've pretty much finished it.
Yeah, I'm literally at the final boss, who is an asshole.
Yeah, you've got 6 more streams until you finished it.
I hope not. Hopefully it's about 6 minutes, but we'll see.
You did get the boss down to like 3/4, like the first time you learned how to parry.
So this is the thing. So this is the final boss of Dark Souls. Dark Souls Remastered. I've been playing it on Switch for the last few months on stream, and I haven't really talked about it on the podcast, but it is the last Souls game that I have to finish, apart from Sekiro.
Yeah.
Which isn't really a Souls game, but is still FromSoft. So
play
that
it
is on my
still.
list.
I did buy it for you.
I know, and I will play it.
Good.
I will promise you that. So
play,
I
finish.
finally, yes, of course. So yeah, I finally got to the end of Dark Souls. I wanted to play the DLC, which is part of the remastered version, and I finally finished that this week. The final boss of that was also pretty difficult. I've forgotten its name now. It was very annoying. It has these big gorilla arms that grab you and throw you around, and it's quite hard to dodge. But I rage quit last week trying to fight that boss. And then this week I was like, right, let's just go in. We'll give it a go. And I think I did it maybe 4th go. And I had a plan to summon an NPC to help me in case I needed it. And I didn't even need it. It was fine. So I did that. I killed a dragon. And then that was the DLC done. So I'm like, great, let's go back to the base game and tick it off and get it done. I had one extra boss that I did like second time. And then I was like, right, final boss. And it's the annoying final boss of a Souls game where they suddenly go, oh, there's this mechanic that's in the game that you've probably ignored. So now we're going to make it really easy if you can master this mechanic, which would be parrying.
It's testing you for Sekiro.
It is. But in Sekiro, you go into it knowing, oh, I need to parry in this. Same with Bloodborne. It's got the shooting, which is essentially parry. So you're like, oh, I need to learn to do this. And you do it from the start, and that's fine. Whereas Souls, you kind of get through with a shield and some dodging. And then suddenly it's like, oh, I need to parry all of these hits. And it's really quite hard to get the timing right. And I got very angry. But I was also hangry because it was the end of stream and I wanted food. So that's also why I rage quit.
Out of your,
I didn't even raid anyone. I just turned the stream off.
Out of your last 10 streams, how many times have you just rage quit?
At least the last 2. I don't remember the ones before.
I feel like there's been a few. I mean, Kenna?
Oh,
Kona,
I mean, in general, then yes. I rage quit Kenna. I rage quit Donkey Kong. I'm sure I rage quit some Bloodborne.
Sekiro.
Oh yeah, I rage quit Sekiro, but I will get back to that.
Do you maybe think you've got like a problem?
An anger problem.
Yeah.
Like in all seriousness, yes.
Don't worry, folks. He doesn't let it out on anything other than himself.
Yeah, oh, I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at myself as like, why are you so shit at this game that you can't do it? Why are you letting this game beat you? And then I get so stubborn that I force my way through it. And when it comes to Souls games, that's a minefield.
Yeah. Maybe there's like somebody you could talk to help you get through these games.
Wow. I need to get good. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you want any tips, I've not done many deaths. Like I beat the Iron Giant, whatever it's called, in Elden Ring in second go.
You mean the Fire Giant?
Yeah,
the Iron Giant.
See, I didn't remember his name because it was over so quickly. Some people took how many? 16, 17 tries?
I wasn't counting.
Couldn't count. Lost count. I mean, it's different with magic, and you're probably like level 100 or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're using a blood build, which is cheating. Which is what I did in the DLC.
I thought magic was the cheating one. It normally is, isn't it?
This is the thing. Everyone thinks that magic in Elden... We're talking about Elden Ring again. Everyone thinks magic in Elden Ring is cheating, but it's really not.
Is it like cheating in Dark Souls?
You can keep your distance, but most spells take a long time to wind up, and so you've got to time it just right. And actually, you're stronger and you're able to interrupt attacks a lot more easily with melee, I think. So... having gone through the game a second time with melee, it's much easier that way, I think, than magic.
Oh, that's good. But Dark Souls?
Yes, I plan to finish it. This final boss is just really annoying. It's really, really quick. And going from Elden Ring to Dark Souls is really, really slow and cumbersome and clunky in comparison. And sometimes that's nice to... like, you have to really time your attacks correctly and time your heals correctly, and you have to be very precise. And you can get away with being a little sloppier in Elden Ring, I think, because it's quicker, but it just feels really slow in Dark Souls by comparison. But this final boss is then really quick, so you just need perfect timing for everything. So it is very much a final boss and a test of your skill, but it's just annoying when you've put however many months of stream in and you're like, I really want this to be finished now.
So
and now it's got to go into next week. So I think the next game is going to be another Crab's Treasure.
Is that short?
Which I don't think it's that long. It is a Souls-like game from an indie studio called Aggro Crab. Nice. And I will talk about it more once I've actually played it, but it came out a couple of months ago, and you play as a crab, and it's set under the sea, and it's very bright and colourful. So it's not your grim, dark, demon hunting Souls stuff that you normally get. It's much more bright and colourful, but you're a hermit crab, and you use whatever you can find as your shield that hermit crabs have. It's essentially your shield, your shell, I guess. And that would be lots of bits of litter or whatever else you find under the sea. So I think there's like an ecological message to it as well.
Oh, like in Metal Gear.
Like in Metal Gear?
Yeah. At the end of Metal Gear Solid, there were like animals and snow and stuff. So I'm like, oh, it's probably an eco thing.
I wouldn't go that far, but okay, sure. Yeah, I think there's an eco message to it, but it's a Souls-like and it's very silly. So I'm looking forward to playing something a bit silly and bright and colourful.
Yeah. Maybe you'll. Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll rage more. To be honest, if it's a bit, if you can't beat it,
I'll be like, what is this silly kids game that I can't play? But I think it is quite tricky. But I also know that there is a cheat mode in it that is in the options where you basically just bring out a massive pistol. And if you're struggling, you can just shoot everything. So that's kind of like the easy mode. That if you're struggling, it's like, screw it, just shoot through.
Would you have done that in Dark Souls?
Probably not, because because it's not there, I sort of like the test of skill. But knowing it's there, I'm like, do you know what? Let's just have some fun and try it out. So I might do that if I'm struggling.
Nice.
So yeah. So that's been stream.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, 14, which I'm not allowed to talk about anymore. So
no, just we're not a Final Fantasy 14 podcast.
I feel like we are.
Well, we need to
change that.
We'll need to bring it. We'll have updates. If we just do update every single time. Like I'm currently like one level of quests into the expansion, but I feel like I need to experience a little bit more before I talk about it.
Well, my plan is to finish it as quickly as possible, preferably before Gamescom.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know, but I will try. So that is my main game. But Dungeons of Hinterberg, I talked about that last week. Near the end of that, that's great.
Are you near the end of it?
I think so. I know there are 25 dungeons, and I've done maybe 19, so I'm pretty close to the end of that. That is really good, but nothing more to say over last week. I really want to start, and I've downloaded Kunitsugami, which is the new Capcom game that is this kind of tower defense action thing set in Japanese folklore that's meant to be very good. So I might give that a go. I also really want to play Crow Country. They're all quite short, or at least I'm hoping are shorter games that I can pepper in whilst I'm playing Dawn Trail.
Nice.
That's me gaming at the moment, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to think. I'm trying to think of what I can talk about. I don't think I've.
This is a great podcast.
Yeah,
I've got nothing to say.
Fortunately, this week we haven't really played anything new. I haven't. In fact, I've been really busy with. Well, what did I stream? I was like WWE wrestling, and then I did some fun Final Fantasy 14. So I haven't really streamed much at all. I'm currently doing the Elden Ring one where I've still got to go and like hunt down Melania. Well, I need to find her first, but I'm gonna go and do that hunt this weekend. And because the other two games that I've got like on the go in my Let's Play series on Twitch, YouTube is still Rebirth. The ones on Twitch is Elden Ring, Tears of the Kingdom, and Baldur's Gate 3. So I'd like to get Elden Ring ticked off, then go and do Zelda, and then go and do Baldur's Gate, and then gonna add some new games like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy X, things like that.
Is that your definitive order?
What? I think that will be the order.
I was gonna say, do you want people to comment and suggest
On the 3?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Don't do that then. Don't tell him what to do. He doesn't like it.
Generally, if somebody tells me to do something, or if I feel forced to do something, I'm like my body rejects it.
I know. Me too. To be fair.
It's like when I was streaming certain games and stuff, or whenever I give myself a schedule, it's a 50-50 of what's going to happen. If I make myself a schedule, immediately after posting that schedule, something will come up and be like, oh yeah, you've got this on the Tuesday, or this on the Sunday, you can't stream at that time. So I'm like, oh God, I've got to go and change it already. Or I wake up that morning and have the real urge to go and play something completely different. Or have a bit of a lie-in and stream at 2 instead of 11 or whatever I put myself down. So whenever I put down a schedule, my brain or the world just decides to conspire against me. And
the thing is,
because work.
Like to talk about streaming for a second, like I think neither of us are full-time streamers. And if you are full-time and it's your job, then yes, you need to take it seriously. You treat it like a job and you have your consistency.
This is what I did when during lockdown.
Yeah, but for both of us, like it's a bit of fun on the side and it's great and we love it.
Fun on the side.
But it's not our full-time job. So, do what you want. Play what you
Yeah.
want.
It makes, to be honest, if I didn't stream now, if I'd never ever streamed and I've never ever done any content creation and I wanted to make some stuff, I would probably go for YouTube. Just because with that, you can create everything you want and then you set it to schedule and go out. Like at the moment, I've got my Elden Ring playthrough like locally recorded and edited, and all the descriptions have been made, etc., etc. That is currently like I'm scheduled like 2 weeks in advance for that.
Mm-hmm.
So those will go out on time. They've even got scheduled tweets that go out.
This is
so everything,
very organized.
So it looks really organized and stuff. But like if it was, it's like but then I don't remember. Like today, you liked my tweet about the video, and I'm like, oh, that went live. Like I'm not organized in the moment, but I can plan things, and then if I do things in advance and put it all out, then it's actually, when it's already pre-done, it's easier to send out at a regular interval. But when it's like you have to be there, you have to be awake, you have to have had your coffee, you've got to be in the right frame of mind to play a specific game because you promised it, and you've got to be ready at this moment, at this time, live. Then it's a different level of like punctuality.
I think this is where we differ because I like structure, and I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing today. I'm going to get up and do this, and that's great.
I hate
plan
structure.
ahead.
Structure's for work.
No, structure's for life.
No. Well, we are the yin and yang.
Also, speaking of Baldur's Gate 3...
Oh my god, yes.
We went to Slaystation on Saturday.
We did. We slayed in the station, the train station.
Well, I'm not sure if we slayed, but a lot of other people slayed.
No, I just sweat. We're going to just very quickly pause. Oh, but a lot better now. Where were we? Oh, don't go in there for a while. We went to Slaystation.
Did we?
And we didn't slay. But it nearly slayed us.
Sorry, I'm just horrified.
How dare you? The amount of times I've had to get my coat out of the bathroom after you've had your morning sit down.
Let's not discuss this while recording. We went to Slaystation, yes, which was the Crystal Ball. And we went to the last one, which was Final Fantasy themed. And this one was more just fantasy themed. So it was Final Fantasy and Baldur's Gate and D&D. And there were lots of voice actors there.
There were.
Which was very nice. So we caught up with lots of people that we've seen before.
Yeah.
And we finally got to meet Deborah Wilde and Jennifer English, who we interviewed.
And we have a picture.
Which you can go and listen to somewhere. And we finally met them in person. And we're like, we're the guys that got you to recite Padam Padam.
Yeah, we said that. And they remembered. Wildly enough, we were like making them do Padam Padam in spoken word. And funnily enough, they hadn't been asked that in multiple interviews. So yeah, they did remember it. And Jennifer was like, oh yeah, we went to a choir like a few weeks later and they started singing Padam Padam. And we were like, oh.
There you go.
So that was cool. We had nice pictures up on Twitter, but just generally lovely people, as
absolutely
voice actors tend to be.
They are. They're all very nice.
Yeah.
Maybe some more guests.
We would love some more guests.
We'll see.
I also, we're going to Gamescom a bit later on in August, and I've got a real urge to buy like a microphone. Like a wireless microphone that we can kind of use to record and interview people.
You have a lot of urges.
I have an urge, but I'm like, it's very expensive and I can't quite justify it because I don't know who we'd interview, why we'd interview them, and what content it would make. So once I've answered those questions, then I will impulse purchase it.
Okay.
But it'll probably be later because we're saving for Japan.
We are. And that's probably more important.
Probably is much more important. Yeah, but it was a really good day to kind of catch up with people and
and lots of we saw some streamers there as well. We saw Aubrey and Dona and some of my fellow journalists as well were there, which was very nice.
It was a gay old time.
It was. We love a gay old time.
We do,
with a bit of drag thrown in as well.
Yes, there was. But yeah, hopefully there will be more. I don't know if that's the last one or if there will be more. It was a bit up in the air at the end.
Yes, it seems like it. So it's run by Velvet Caveat, who now has a job at IGN. So it seems like it's going to be, seems like it's going to be difficult to organise another Crystal Ball. But fingers crossed. Yeah. I think there's going to be a Master Ball yet to come, which is the Pokemon themed one. which we haven't been to.
No, is it in the same place?
Yes.
Oh.
It's very hot, that venue.
It really
they
is.
don't have aircon. And there were lots of people.
Yeah, because we were in the back near the bar, and I was like, "This is boiling," and people were coming down from the boxes and from the front and going like, "Oh, it's cool back here." I was like, "Oh, Jesus."
Yeah, I'm glad we stayed where we were.
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, it was.
Should we see what people have been playing?
Yeah, let's do it. It's probably going to be quite a short podcast. In fact, you'll know if you've downloaded it or you're watching it because you'll see the length. But, a short one's okay. It's fine once in a while.
Sometimes you just want a quickie.
And sometimes, sometimes you've played and finished a game that you'll waffle on for about 30 minutes. So, it's things.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no, I think we both waffle.
Sometimes I have opinions. That's what I'm paid for.
What games are coming up that we're going to be talking a lot about? What's out soon?
What should we? Well, actually, we were going to do that, weren't we?
What games we're looking
We're
forward
going to
to?
do some videos.
Yes, which you need to do. You need to put together, but you didn't, so therefore I can't.
Oh, is it on me to put it together?
Yeah. Oh, I really want to play Chain Together with you.
Should we do it?
I think we should do it on Friday night.
Yeah.
So if you're listening / watching this on Friday tonight, because that's when it comes out on Friday, we will do Chain Together. I don't know if you can do local co-op or if it has to be on a separate one, but you can just sit at your computer and play if you want.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
Have you seen the Kai Cenat and somebody when he fell out of his chair? Oh, they seem quite entertaining. I don't normally watch streamers with like thousands of people watching, but I should probably just look at the occasional one. Miss Mika, I watch a bit of.
I like Miss Mika.
Her chat's not. It's possible to talk.
Yeah,
in there.
That's the thing. When there are chats that are just like scrolling, they're like, there's just no interaction or community here. But Miss Mika's is probably on the edge of that. Like she has loads of people watching.
Yes.
But you can just about follow the chat.
We can do a chain together. We can get your pink fluffy handcuffs out and chain ourselves together.
I do not own pink fluffy handcuffs, thank you very much. And I do not wish to be chained to you.
No?
No.
Does it ever feel like that?
All the time.
Wow. He's not even lying. I went, mind you, well, today I was obviously in work / at the art thing, and I came back and I was like, oh, missed you. And he's like, no, you didn't. I was like, just because you didn't.
I had a lovely day by myself.
You didn't. You said, it's it's boring.
Well, it was a fairly quiet day of work, but sometimes that's nice.
It's a quiet day of work, but it didn't mean I wanted you here.
Yeah, exactly. It meant I had the flat to myself.
Okay, great.
And some silence.
Do I not make silence?
You clearly don't make silence, no. What's out next month? There is Black Myth Wukong out next month.
Oh, you'll be
which I'm very excited
blabbing on about that for ages, yeah.
There is Star Wars Outlaws. That's out at the end of the month.
I really want to play it. That's not going to be a stream game. That's going to be a game I just enjoy my own pace and just explore.
There's Thank Goodness You're Here.
Freaking hell, yes, of course. 1st of August. That will be what I talk about, hopefully, in next week's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm going to record it, hopefully, before.
Nice. I also want to play that.
Do you have it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Indeed, I do.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness I'm here. That's all we can say.
Yeah, see that, and then you're like, oh, get out. Thank goodness you're here for a very short moment. Now fuck off.
Good.
That's the full title.
That's what we'll be playing soon.
And and also, obviously, at Gamescom, we'll be doing the same as we did last time, where after Gamescom, we'll have a little talk about what we've been playing and probably put some video that we've recorded or whatever has been recorded over the top, so you can see it. Because I didn't realize how well that did last time.
Yeah,
every single video got over 1,000 people
like
watching.
A preview.
Yeah, we need to do more previews.
We should.
What should we preview?
What do you want us to preview? What do you think we're going to see at Gamescom?
Yeah, what do you think?
Because my schedule I've got already, but I'm not telling you what I'm seeing.
Well, I was listening to our rival. Listen to our rival podcast, Nextlander.
Oh, really? They're our rivals?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're our rivals. And Vinny went to the PlayStation office to play their upcoming lineup. And they invited his kid along, which I thought was a really sweet thing.
That's cute.
And
did he play Astrobot?
He did play Astrobot.
Oh, I want to play that.
But yeah, and all of this, I was like, oh no, they're not going to Gamescom. And I was like, no. Because Yeah, they were playing that. They were playing the Lego Aloy. Apparently, Lego Aloy is weird because it's all re-recorded lines, but she's a lot like happier and chirpier, and they miss out the bit like when Thingy gets killed at the beginning, and
I don't remember, but okay.
yeah, well, her dad gets murdered in front of her.
Genuinely don't remember that.
Rost? Is he Rost, or was that somebody else?
Oh, then yes.
Yeah, and
I
apparently
remember that.
that's just like glossed over.
Great.
So yeah, it's quite interesting. But no, Astrobot. Apparently, the controls are almost identical to. You don't even listen to that podcast. Just listen to us because we'll report what they say.
Well, Ben can give you the roundup.
I need to listen to them more because the more I listen to them, it's like, oh, that's a cool idea to like. They were
To
these.
steal.
No, I mean generally, this podcast is from like this podcast exists because I used to love Giant Bomb and I wanted to do something similar but British.
I'd just like to say that I do not listen to these podcasts. So for me, this podcast is entirely original.
Yeah, it is to you.
Yeah.
And but anyway, and then the Giant Bomb people became Nextlander and stuff. I need Gamescom. I hope I get to meet one or two because we nearly did last time, and I was very close to fanboying.
Well, you need to run over and grab them and say hello.
Come on, say hello.
There you go.
Oh, they won't have the microphone, and my god, the
go.
crossover that was always bound to happen.
Sure.
I'm gonna get a microphone to talk to other journalists and see what they've been playing and what they like, and that might be good.
Do you know any other journalists?
You've got connections. I know. I know Jade.
Yeah.
And Henry.
Yep.
And lots of
Meg.
people. Meg, yes. Loads.
Yeah.
Yes, I meant actually Meg, not Jade. I'm the worst person in the world with names.
You are.
Really bad. Also, my boss is called Kate, and my boss's boss is called Katie. The amount of times I say the wrong way round.
Just say K.
I'm like, no. I think they'd both of them would dislike that. But yeah, no, so we'll play some of those and we'll do like previews of it. I think I've gone back a bit too much. But yeah, no, PlayStation unfortunately not going to be there. But
Yeah.
Astrobot.
PlayStation's not there. Nintendo's not there. Xbox is there. Also announced this week, I mean, this isn't even in headlines or news, but Final Fantasy 14, to talk about it again, will be at Gamescom.
Banned.
Really? They have a whole stand with like talks, and
Why?
they have a raid that you can do, and you can win a T-shirt if you do the raid.
Why?
Why?
Oh, they're just promoting Dawn Trail.
Yeah, they're just promoting Dawn Trail.
It's not like they're not showcasing anything new.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, but that will be in the public area is a big Dawn Trail stand, so that's a big part of it. So we can maybe go and see what that's about.
Hell yeah.
See if we can do the raid.
Hopefully there won't be any spot. Well, maybe that's the well. The thing is, if it's the raid that's just come out, then we'll probably have access
it's like
to it
a
anyway.
FanFest where they have like a big raid that you can do, and you just have to like log in and try and remember all your buttons. And
yeah, what people have been playing? Is your fly down?
Why are you looking?
Just
don't answer that. Shut up. First up, we have Pete Random, who says, "I'm having the best time with Flock." I'm going to say that carefully. Flock.
Furlock.
Flock. Flock. 4 hours in, Annapurna published, so you know it's going to be good.
Yep.
Very chilled, stylistically beautiful, where you're tasked with finding birds and charming them to your flock. The ultimate aim is to fill a Pokedex of fictional birds. You ride on a big, big bird throughout the world, and the flying is so satisfying too. 100% would recommend. Bonus, it's on Game Pass.
Ooh, it looks
which
pretty.
I would like to play this as well. So this is the creator of Ho Hokum, which is quite a popular sort of cult classic game from years ago. And now they've made Flock, and it's really chilled.
And also,
it's kind of like you're underwater, but you're up in the sky.
Do you know
so
what
the
other
birds
game-
are sort of abstract, like fishy type things, I think.
Do you know what other game he made?
Tell us.
I Am Dead. Which I remember looking at, and I'd never actually played it in the end, but it looked good.
Oh.
Have you seen it? I Am Dead.
Oh yeah, that does ring a bell. Yeah. So yeah, no, Flock is another one that is on Game Pass and is on the list of things to play. I think it's just a really relaxing, chilled out kind of game. So yeah, and yes, Yuffie needs to play it because it's got birds in it.
Nice.
Riley says, "I'm still playing Animal Crossing. Remember that game?"
Do that at the choir.
No. KK
And
Slider
sit
game.
butt naked with a guitar.
Absolutely not. with a dog head on, like a
I mean,
furry.
your skin color is the same as KK Sliders.
Yeah, I am very pasty. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine. This week is more turnips and paying for house upgrades and possibly getting more plots opened up for more villagers. Remember doing that?
A long, long, long time
4
ago.
years
I've
ago?
still got my original island on that Switch that very rarely turns on.
It's looking very dusty.
Yeah, it's weird because it wasn't dusty about last time I turned it on, but that was about 3 weeks ago. I turn it on like once every 6 months.
Well, you know what you can do?
Transfer.
You can get a feather duster.
No,
and
we
you
need
can
to.
clean.
No, we need to give a feather
Clean
duster.
this.
Maybe we should let the cleaner in here at some point.
No.
Oh. I think we should.
No.
He might need an extra like 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So no. You can pull your finger out your ass and do it. Clasco, the last one. We only had a couple this time. Clasco says, I've been playing Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown.
Well, we've only been playing a little bit as well.
I'm really enjoying the puzzle aspects, especially some of the trickier puzzles from the free update they did. I haven't played the update stuff. I think they've added in a boss rush and some other bits.
You get the really hot naked outfit or the underwear outfit, but only if you complete the entire boss rush without taking a hit.
Oh, that's annoying.
And that's when I was like, no, not going to play it.
Yeah. How much of Prince of Persia did you play?
Oh, very little.
Oh, did you not like it?
I just don't like Metroidvanias. I think they're a bit... I think it's a bit like they're trying to get as much out of a very small thing. Because you have to just go backtracking all the time, and it's like, oh, you can't get through there, but if you go over that side, you can get something and then come back to it and open it, and it's just a wasting my time.
Wow.
No,
Says someone who hasn't played most of the best Metroidvania.
To be honest, the best Metroidvania that I've played so far is Ori.
Okay. Sure.
And then I stopped and I've lost where I am.
Yeah, I played the first one, but not the second.
I've heard the second one's way better. Or it's not as difficult.
I haven't heard that.
I heard the second one's not as difficult.
The first one has some really good moments, like the Jinzo tree.
Is that when you with the water?
Yeah, yeah. And
oh, it took me
escaping.
forever.
That's so good.
It took me forever, but I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Tales of Kenzera does a lot of similar stuff with like chase sequences that are sort of trying to be that.
Well, you know what the original was? Actually, it's not the original, but Rayman did that. The water rising levels, and you have to jump to get in all the platforming.
I played a bit of Rayman on the Vita.
Oh, you did? Yeah. How long did that last?
It was so difficult. It lasted about 15 minutes, and I was on the second level and just got angry.
I was watching you doing it. I'm like, why is he doing that? Oh, but you weren't brought up with Rayman, whereas I've got a Rayman brain.
I was brought up in Sonic and Mario.
Sonic's like the auto run, isn't it? It's just
No,
it's not gonna.
It's not.
It is, isn't it?
Well, so my annoyance with Rayman was that whenever you like the camera moves, obviously follows Rayman, and whenever you go off the screen and come back again, all the enemies respawn, which is a proper like old school platformer thing. But I feel like we've moved away from that now, and it's quite annoying to go back to it.
It'd be cool if they remade the original Rayman with like modern things.
I really liked the music.
The music is. I told you about.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the music?
Yes.
Well, not everybody's listened to this.
Oh,
so
for God's sakes.
I had the original Rayman, not the platinum version, but the very, very first edition Rayman. Is that the one? Yes. This is it. Oh,
I bought it for you.
Of course, you bought it for me.
You're welcome.
And here it is. If you put this inside a hi-fi or a ghetto blaster, then it plays the music. And
a hi-fi.
A hi-fi. And my friend and I, Martin from Birmingham, we used to make songs of the music from that. And we used to write our own music. I can't remember, and if I did, I would not say it. Or I would not read or sing it.
Because it's rude.
No, it was just really
childish.
Very childish and didn't make sense. But it was like, yeah. No, we used to think we were going to be pop singers. We didn't really. In our head, we were like, no, that's not going to work. But you never know.
Pop stars.
Yeah, I mean, that was the day. They were the things that were on TV. Pop Stars, The Rivals, and Pop Idol, which was
you were the Rayman.
No, yeah, we didn't have a name. Anyway, that was Rayman. That's why I love Rayman. But it is difficult. But the levels. Like, you didn't get past, like, the tutorial levels, but when you go to other parts of the world... Have you seen, like, all the other level, like the other level designs? like there's one that's all music. There's like all musical instruments. There's one that's like clouds and food.
All right, I'll play it.
Well, you don't need to. I mean, I can just bring it up on here,
No. To be fair, I didn't dislike it. It's just it was difficult, and I was also sat on a Eurostar trying not to shit my pants. So it maybe wasn't the best thing to play at the time. Thank you, Norovirus.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
maybe
it's
it wasn't the
half
best
time
timing.
it's right anyway. But these, let me just get rid of this. But this, like some of the levels, yeah, there's like, you can't really see it, but there's this one where you're on a pan and it's like meringue everywhere. And then there are musical ones where you hit notes and stuff. It's
Very creative.
It's genius. The only one that I didn't like is, well, to be honest, I never really played it. I had cheat codes for it. Of course I did.
Oh, so it all comes out now.
No, nobody finished Rayman without putting cheat codes in. It was one of the most difficult games in the world.
Right. Well, that's a task then, isn't it?
For Stream It, beat it. Beat Rayman.
You heard it here first.
I don't know if I could.
I'll try.
No, there you go. Do it.
There you go.
But yeah, so Rayman, it's a classic. It's a brilliant game.
Nice.
Where were we?
We're about to do the news.
Yeah, let's do the news then. News.
Sure. It's been a very quiet week for news.
Great. Okay. Well, see you next
but
week.
There's a couple.
Oh, there are.
There are.
Are they
a couple
happy?
things.
Please be happy stories.
I picked. Well, it's maybe not happy, but the less.
I heard that Call of
ones.
Duty is coming to Game Pass.
It is.
All of it?
When Modern Warfare 3, like, it will be out by the time people listen to this. Also, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is apparently coming to Game Pass.
Did you finish the first game?
I finished the first two, thank you very much, with crowd control.
Oh, you need to play the third. The third one's easy. Like the second and third ones are easy. It's just that first one which is a bastard.
Yeah, but I saw the cheat where you, like the runway, wooden planks, sky level, and you run along the rope on the side instead. I did that.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, I cheated, but it worked really well. There's been some Fortnite news this week. Firstly, Fortnite Lego is coming. So if anyone
Lego
wants
Fortnite's in there though.
Yes, but as in actual Lego sets, but based on Fortnite.
Makes sense.
Yeah, which is sort of expected. But in other news, Elon Musk's Cybertruck is coming to the game.
Oh, I saw somebody said that it was recalled in Fortnite.
So what's happened is that people saw that it was happening, and Epic's developers are generally pretty hush-hush quiet. No one really knows who they are necessarily. They don't talk very much. It's all very quiet behind closed doors. This is how Epic works. And even Epic's developers were on Twitter being like, please don't use this. This is ridiculous. If you see someone using this, please just shoot at them.
Ban them. Yeah.
And fans of the game have been saying on Reddit, like, if you see anyone in this Cybertruck, then just ignore the game. Everyone kill that person. Because everyone hates Elon Musk.
Yeah, why
does not want this Cybertruck in there. Now, what they have at least confirmed is that it's a free in-game reward. So it's not something you pay for. So therefore, he's not making money off people buying it.
What if you? Well, yeah, it's promotion. What if you want
promotion?
But what if you don't want it? Is it one of those that's like on the battle pass where you get given it if you're like if you hit level 55, then you're automatically given it and it's in your inventory? What if you want to get rid of it? What if you don't want to be reminded of that twat?
You have to complete a series of in-game quests, which I'm presuming are
Nobody
optional.
will want to do.
No. It will also be available in Rocket League, because that's owned by Epic now as well.
Why? I mean, money. Why?
Well, why? But also money. Yeah. So yeah, screw that. But that's happening.
What was that thing that Hard Drive posted the other day that was genius? The Hard Drive, the spoof one.
Oh, Hard Drive posts a lot of very good stuff.
But they did that one where they said that the Muskmobile has been recalled in Fortnite. Oh yeah, I sent you one and it was. I don't know if it was appropriate.
You sent me one about Biden.
Maybe. What was it?
Phantom thieves successfully clear Biden's palace.
Yeah, that was it. The second that he resigned, there's a Hard Drive article about him having the Phantom thieves clearing his palace. So he's had a change. He's had a change of heart.
Yeah. Which, if you played Persona, will make sense.
Yeah, I thought that was genius.
That was very good. Stardew Valley, Concerned Ape, Eric Barone.
Oh, is he addressing pronouns?
No,
Oh,
sadly not.
anything but.
No, and he's also said that the 1.6 update is still ongoing for mobile and console, so it's not coming yet. He's still working on it. But people were asking him, basically following up. Hang on, what did they say? They said, "Oh, we're not going to complain about the wait for this, as long as everything you do or everything you add is always going to be free." And he replied saying, "I swear on the honor of my family name, I will never charge money for a DLC or update for as long as I live. Screen cap this and shame me if I ever violate this oath." So Stardew will always have free updates.
Was that just Stardew, or was that all other games as well?
Well, that's the thing. He just says, "I will never charge money for a DLC or update for as long as I live."
So Haunted Chocolatier, buy that when it comes out, and you've got it.
Exactly. Because surely he'll be updating that a lot as well. So who knows?
What was the drama about the Apex Battle Pass? Is it that you could no longer buy it with the bucks in the game or something like that? And then
I think so. And I don't play Apex, and I also don't really play Fortnite. But from what I know about Fortnite is that you earn V-Bucks, and then you can use those to buy
the second one,
the next battle pass.
Yeah, which is what I've always done.
So once you buy it once, as long as you complete the battle pass, you'll get enough in-game currency to be able to buy it.
Yeah.
And I think Apex is the same, but
and then
they've changed it.
Oh, they put the price up.
Actually, literally today,
they did announce that they were going to.
Yeah.
But before you go into that, I got to say that they brought up a picture of like the price of the battle pass and all that stuff. And all the thing that I noticed was that there were 4 different types of battle pass. There's the free one,
Apex.
yeah, the free one, the premium one, the ultimate, and I think it's the ultimate plus. And I was like, battle passes are kind of bad enough with the money that they kind of extort from people. I mean, I quite like a battle pass, and I think sometimes they can add a bit of kind of like a bit of extra fun and a bit of.
Do you know what it gives you?
It gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment.
It gives you structure.
It does, and it gives you something to achieve that, like if you're in a game that doesn't require kind of leveling, like let's say Apex, like you're the same level no matter what when you go and play it, you're not like super OP compared to another person because you're not leveling up. But it gives you like a sense of progression, and sometimes it gives you some free stuff that you're paying, and then they're providing this content. I actually quite like a battle pass, but like when there's like 4,
you've just talked yourself into it.
Oh, I love a battle pass. No, I get all of them. I usually play a game, and if I play it the second time or even the first time, sometimes I'm really enjoying it, I'll be like, oh, I'll get the battle pass. But I sometimes quite like having that achievement, especially when it's quite an achievable pass. The Apex ones I found really difficult to like get past kind of level 7 or 8 out of 100. Like it used to take ages. Whereas like Fortnite, you can get to level 100 with, you can be kind of a bit more careful about what you're doing to earn the points and the XP for it. But yeah, you can max those out quite reasonably easily. But I just when I saw there were 4 different types, I'm like, yeah, you get a free and a premium, but like there are 2 other levels that come with various things. I was just like, oh my God, it's never going to stop. And it's like, oh, this is a cool thing. It's a bit, not predatory, but it's a little bit extra, a battle pass. But now you're kind of pushing it to an ultimate plus extreme.
Yeah. Well, what they've said today/2 days ago is that once again, players will be able to purchase the free-to-play shooters battle passes with in-game premium currency when previously you could only buy them for real money. So, yeah, they've now changed that because they want to provide more value to players.
I think the Ultimate Plus comes with like hero or legendary tokens and things like that where you can use to. I think the one thing I do like about Apex, and I don't know if it's changed since, but it was at the beginning, is if you see a skin that you really, really like that is only available in kind of loot boxes, then if you save up enough of like the currency and the parts or whatever, you can actually buy it with that. So you're not kind of just waiting for it to, because I've got a Mirage skin that's like yellow and it's really, really cool. And I got that on PlayStation, and then I wanted to play it on PC instead because I got a gaming PC. And I had to grind. I grinded the currency to get it rather than just pay hundreds to get it as a lucky drop in a loot box.
Yeah. So their comment was, "You've spoken, and we've listened. With the release of Season 22, we will restore the ability to get the Premium Battle Pass for 950 Apex coins." I don't know how long that takes, but we recognise that we could have handled the Battle Pass changes better. That's on us.
Yep.
So at least they recognise it, which is nice.
Yeah, people seem to be happy with that.
Yeah. And some other news that was announced this week is the cast for Dragon Age The VeilGuard.
Ooh.
And that includes the voice for Rook, who is the new protagonist, which is the character that you get to customize. So you get to choose the voice, and there are 4 voices. So there's 2 British and 2 American. So you can choose who you want to be.
Good.
The
proper fantasy, proper high fantasy is a British voice.
Yeah. So one of those is Alex Jordan, who we met. Well, we've met before a few times, but we saw her at Slaystation, which was lovely. If you don't know Alex streams on Twitch, so you can go and watch him.
It's great. He's the voice of Mr. Hands
in Cyberpunk.
Yep. Also does the sex noises in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep. And that's why he was streaming Baldur's Gate 3 for a long time. He is also the main character in The Altars, which is an indie game that's still yet to come out.
Yeah.
Which looks very cool. So he is Rook. Also, we've got Brian E. Corrigan, who was in Good Omens and The Goes Wrong show. Erika Ishii, who is Valkyrie in Apex Legends. And Anna Bray in Destiny 2.
Yes.
And Erika is also in Critical Role, I believe. Or Jeff Berg, who's in Battlefield 1.
Cool.
So there we go. There are also lots of other people who have been in various different games.
So Matthew Mercer, right?
Different people. Matthew Mercer is one. Ike Amadi, who was Yavik in Mass Effect 3.
Great.
Yeah, some other people.
Lots of they've all been released, which is good. So
yes,
you can see who they are.
And not Baldur's Gate.
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age is out relatively soon. I mean, it's only a couple of months away.
I think this will be my first one that I'd probably get into. Definitely into it.
I will definitely play it. I'm not the biggest Dragon Age fan.
Because you don't like Mass Effect being bastardized by that, isn't it?
I just think Mass Effect does the same thing but better, but sci-fi. Although Inquisition's relationships are very well done, I will say that. But I just don't find the gameplay very exciting between those bits.
Great.
So I'm
excited.
An
opinion.
I'm excited to see how VeilGuard changes that. It feels like they've gone from the sort of strategy, turn-basedy kind of combat into something a lot more action-based. And some people I know don't really like that. And that is almost exactly what happened with Mass Effect. So I'm excited to see how that combat works out. But I feel like people play Dragon Age more for the relationships and the character.
Sex.
For the sex. So I'm intrigued to know how they're going to handle that more than anything.
Well, I look forward to playing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it.
That is it.
What have we got planned this next week?
It's a very good question.
Gaming. Lots
We're
of
going
gaming.
to see my parents.
Oh, are we?
Yep.
Oh.
And we're going to do some gaming. And
the Belgian Grand Prix on the Sunday. Yeah, so I'll do a little bit of streaming. We'll be playing Chain Together tonight on Friday. And yeah, I'll do some Elden Ring on the Sunday after the Grand Prix. What time does that finish? 4 o'clock? Yeah. Got a yawn, sorry.
Wow.
That came out
Are
nowhere.
we boring you, Ben?
Who's we?
The crowd?
No. But, oh God, I've lost the kind of thing. But yeah, no, I don't think, is it month? Yes, there. That's right. Yeah, we don't have anything. Next Thursday, we've got next Thursday, we're going to learn how to play Magic the Gathering.
Oh, is that next week?
Yes.
Ooh.
So actually, we won't have learned it, but we won't have played it by the time, because we'll do the podcast on the Wednesday.
Okay.
So that will be something we'll be able to talk about, or probably not. It's a
You've
card
probably just broken
game.
an embargo.
Have I?
I don't know.
Well, I'm literally going to play Magic the Gathering. That is just a thing.
well-known card game.
Yeah,
Yes.
that people play, and they had Magic Con, which I think was about that, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't it like a magician meetup?
No, it was a card game. Yes.
All right.
I guess it'll be the week after then that we talk about that.
Yes. So
Nice.
anyway, if you like it, let us know. But in the meantime, where can we find you, Ed?
You can find me at ed_nights on Twitch and on Twitter.
And you can find me at Biggest Bennis pretty much everywhere. And go to swappingjoysticks.com for all our previous podcasts and anything extra as well. And we're also thinking of doing some slightly different things with the podcast in the future. Seasons, episodes.
We're thinking about it. We're gonna do some planning.
Do some planning to make it as exciting and as fun and as beneficial for your time.
And structured.
I know this is Ed's got. Ed, put it away. But yeah, so we will do that. And then now we're going to go and watch a program about Lou Pearlman.
Boy bands.
Boy bands and dirty men. Dirty old men.
It's called Dirty Pop.
It is.
Dirty Pop.
I get it now.
Have you just got that?
I thought it was about something rude.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, we're going to go finish that.
All right. See
See
you
you next
later.
time.
Bye.
Bye.